Let's talk about Michigan. Conference champion week into awards and hopefully a bye week. We're favored in this matchup. We can actually look at the history behind the conference championship. So last year we kind of just destroyed Minnesota and then unfortunately lost in our second bowl game, or really our first bowl game. We had a bye week the first week to University of Washington. And then the year when we won the national championship, we actually lost to Penn State 28-20. So maybe losing in the Big Ten championship is an indication of a national title. I also made sure to give this guy a mark, just noting that he's lost us 4 times now. If we look at the matchup history between these two teams, Michigan and Ohio State, this year is actually their worst showing. We beat them by 10 points. Previously, we hadn't beaten them by more than 7, which happened last year, actually. Each year, they just kind of progressively gotten worse against us. But hey, it's the present, so we'll focus on what we got in front of us. Michigan looks like a pass team, and then a little worse defending the run. We're favored in the run, so we'll definitely be leaning on that. And then we're really favored just across the board defensively. Looks like our pass rush also might be better. So in terms of what they're showing, they've got just really good receivers. We'll maybe even play zone against these receivers. Pedro, our star cornerback, really doesn't match up that well against Solomon Simmons. But it's mostly because of his catching and route running. I don't think he's outrunning our guy. So we might play man. What about Edwin Clark, 91? I definitely think we're fast enough. If it's just the catching and the route running, maybe we stay man. And by maybe, I really guess I'm saying we'll stay man. Okay, so I made some changes on the depth chart. Some recruiting things happened too. Raphael Walden, who have also given a... do I get the little yellow thing here? No, I don't. But I've also given Raphael Walden a tag so that we remember when he sacks us that we could have gotten him, maybe. We didn't. So focus on the run. And let's limit... I don't know exactly what to limit here. The run option is also an option, and RPO plays get lumped into that too. You know, he's got a dual threat quarterback. He's running 4 yards per carry. Let me take a look at the running back. Running back's got 4 yards per carry also. 4 yards per carry for Roberto Lane. 100 carries, 200 carries. How many times has he thrown? 315 times. So they are pretty balanced. 51 times. Maybe the RPO is what I need to stop. Not quite. A lot of depth, too. We don't have nearly the same kind of depth at cornerback. All right. So let's focus on the run ourselves and then stop the RPO. And hopefully we can make it all happen. Let's give a quick look at the depth chart in case any of you are wondering what changes have been made or really what I think our best lineup is. So Jacob Burke, obviously, I've moved Griffin French into standard substitution, and he's our running back number 1. Murphy still handles third down, essentially. Bren Fisher moves up the depth chart. He's a workhorse slot receiver. Julius Jacobs, despite the injury, is still our number 2. It's actually a pretty heavy drop-off between him and 3 and 4, Raphael Pollard and Joe Kane. Francisco Parsons is our starting tight end, although he gets underused. Our offensive line has shaped up in this form. Ryan Howard, Israel Reeves, and Louis Malone are all in contention for Big Ten Offensive Lineman of the Year, which we'll learn about during Awards Week, which happens after the Big Ten game. Similarly, Joshi and Baldwin up for Big Ten Defensive Lineman of the Year. In terms of whether Ewing or Brown should be in front of one another, I ended up going with Ewing, but I might actually make a change right now. And then Zion Tan's behind the two of them. I I mean, if you just look at the numbers, 16 pressures, 15 pressures, Zion 10 was 6 pressures. 6 tackles for a loss for Zion, 12, 7. Maybe Brown actually goes up. Keep Brown up. Kyler Wood and Travis Simpson both are number 1 linebackers, and then Trey Meeks behind him. Haven't really had anyone show us a ton of promise. That's kind of a lie, I think. Oh, I don't even really remember now. Yeah. Pedro Moro is our number 1 cornerback, Junior Alston across. And then Jordan Foster and Emmanuel Byrd. Emmanuel Byrd is making a case for me to actually move him up. One thing we could check in order to make that decision is to see what their completion percentage is. So that was, I actually can't remember who that just was. But this is Byrd at 48%. I think it's 48 versus 48. So maybe we decide based on the forced fumble. So Emmanuel Byrd will be in at number 3, which is an important position considering we play nickel. And then I have Ezra Hawthorne and Shaw playing. I moved him into strong safety preference. Let me show you why. This guy has a 33% completion when you throw it to him. So he should be lining up over the tight end. And I'm hoping we stop those big plays that we've been seeing our safeties give up. So let's get into this thing. Of course, losing sucks, but the national championship is ultimately what we care about. There's only one option for kickoff. Interesting. Wish there was a way to maybe not kick it to a player that you knew was a good returner. It's not going to be a problem here, but could be a problem. All right, so we have an immediate 3rd and 8. I don't mind trying the screen pass just to see how that works. Definitely works. They went man, which I do actually think is favored. How did this not get stopped, honestly? I don't know. I frankly think that is more of a limitation on how the engine computes man coverage. I bet like the lineup was essentially bam, bam, bam on these 3 receivers, which is not realistically how you would line up in the NFL. Going outside run, huge play. Inside run, we'll keep leaning on the run. It's a 3rd and 3 all of a sudden, though, with a short pass. Now, I do think we don't need to drop back a receiver to block. We'll find out here. I guess I should have. On 4th and 3 to start the game, I really don't feel the need to be giving them favorable position. So we will punt. They are not showing a single RB in the backfield. No one's in the backfield. So I'm just going to do cover 4, dime. Huge pass play. I feel like we have I feel like we called the play to counter that. Maybe we should have been more aggressive. Speaking of aggression, let's start going into our cover 3 bear formation. So they run there. Big pass, probably to the flats. Yep. Yeah, I could definitely see the game plan kind of falling apart here. Or at least having to mix up what the game plan traditionally looks like. It would be cool if the game understood better my kind of philosophies and called the same way. So we're going to do a man, but we're going to have this cover. And what this should do is stop any kind of run or quarterback RPO. And it looks like we were able to stop the outside run by calling that play. So as intended, they're going to go for it. That's their prerogative. We'll do the same play. Turnover. Huge. So I really don't think that is correct. But the engine clearly thinks both of us should have done what we did. We'll try a play action pass. That worked because we're leaning run. We can do that again. Probably get a gain. No. What if we go for a deep pass? Is that diabolical? No, that is just not even complete. On 3rd down, we do need a big play here. We'll send as many receivers as possible. Get the big play. Raphael. Go back to an inside run. We're balanced again. Another inside run. 3rd and 2. What do I trust here? I think I actually trust the run. What do? They blitzed on 2nd and 9. I think they're going to blitz again. So we're going to try the short pass here in the end zone. As many receivers as possible. Incomplete. They just manned up. No blitz. We'll kick a field goal. That's points. Okay. Back to the zone. Them going for it on that previous drive was actually huge because it means with the lead we can kind of play the game I want to play. Although they beat us on cover 3 by going 4 deep. We'll man up here. I still like having the this contain going just to prevent the RPO, the option play. But the game did not feel that was correct. The slant beats man coverage as it should. It's too early to start going cover 2. We're not quite in our end zone. We're gonna go dime here, and let's cover the RPO and also the short run. Okay, that's just a 5-yard gain. Who tackled him? Actually, but it is an RPO. Our inside defensive lineman. And then on 3rd and 9, we can man up. We could also just play nickel. Why am I covering the middle? Let's do this. All right, so let's stop them. They're going to kick a field goal. They'll make it. We do have some momentum here. We could try a deep pass. Just to, if we're going to do a deep pass, which I think is actually not a terrible idea, then we should do play action because we're letting run. Interception. That is the opposite of what I wanted to happen. How does this happen? So linebacker intercepts. Brandon Fisher. Who the heck is this linebacker that was so athletic to cover our star wideout? Okay. Well, philosophically, I normally do not like... I'm going to do cover 2, which is a little aggressive, but good. Philosophically, I don't like throwing in my end zone because of this reason. Now they're so close and punching it in is really not that difficult. We'll do contain. Contain was not enough to stop this run play. The linebacker ends up actually having to tackle him, which means that they broke through my defensive line. Now I think cover 2 is appropriate. But they convert there. Let's just continue cover 2. We're in our end zone. A scramble. Touchdown. So that's an unfortunate, for sure, an unfortunate outcome. We need to go up tempo all of a sudden. Just completely change the way that we have to call. That's a huge gain that really bails us out. 53 yards by Jackson Murphy. We can probably keep it on the ground. I mean, it got us half. So the kickoff for them is pretty productive. We'll go back to zone. Don't want to keep on cover 2. Well, I'll stay cover 3 here in the middle of the field. Cover 3. Nice sack by Angel Brown. And then we can man up here because of that huge sack. They have to punt. Good stuff. It's 10-10. We still should be up tempo. Weirdly. Inside run goes for -2. How about the outside run? Now we're just kind of backing up here. We could build up at the screen pass. Not enough though. So we end up punting basically the ball back in the middle of the field, which is not great. We'll go back to our zone formation. That's a good pickup for them. We can stay in the bear, but this time we can blitz. Guess I shouldn't have. I need to figure out how to deal with this 5 wide. I think I'm just going to prevent deep though. Okay. How does this happen? We had pressure. Pedro's on top of him. Where's this? Like, is the safety not helping? Not really sure what I'm supposed to do against that play. Let's go dime and man. Cover stuff for the middle. It's a run. We're presented with an issue again. Let's just do cover 2, I guess. But they run. All right, so I might have respected huge return by Jacobs. I might have respected a little too much their ability to throw after the big gain. We can just outside run again, probably, and punch it in. Nice. We just need to be kind of conservative here and hope that our defense can get the stop. That's a pretty good start. Let's just do cover 2. Interception. That's very big. Pedro Moro kind of makes up for what's been going on so far. So now let's just keep it on the ground. We are showing heavy run, but it doesn't really matter. At this point, I do actually think it'd be a good idea to go for a pass. Go for something medium, big gain. Who do we throw to? Player over the middle. They blitzed. And because we're still showing heavy run, we can still throw. I like the short pass. Nothing. A deflection, actually. I think we keep it on the ground then. Nothing there. Let's try to get bailed out by the screen pass. Touchdown. Huge. So Brendan Fisher able to... well, they blitzed. Seems like a lot of teams like to blitz. Go back to Bear, and we will blitz ourselves. They're able to scramble for some. Go to cover 3. That backs them up. We'll go nickel and man the F up. Some coverage over the middle. Coverage over the middle did not work. They beat us over on the post. What is this cornerback doing? That's what I want to know. We'll go zone cover 3. That felt a little risky. I don't know why. We can man up here. Just play 1 safety high. -1 throw. Zone over the middle. We're just trying to prevent the first down. We get it. I should say, I'm saying we're just trying to prevent the first down, but really actually what we're doing is preventing the first down and also the deep ball. Let's try the deep ball ourselves. We get sacked. But a medium pass? This isn't very good. Another medium pass? Nothing. Okay, we'll punt. They 100% have a chance to now pick up something. It's a -yard run. Cover 2. Okay, I don't think they're going to pick anything up here. They don't get any points. This man deep. Turnover. Can we do something here? Should we kick a 64-yard field goal? I think so. We miss. Oh well. I think actually though that's the best result that could have possibly happened given we got a little aggressive for no reason. So we'll stay in our zone coverage, manning up when they give me something that I feel is favorable. Sorry, a dime package, playing zone. 3rd and 9, we can man up. Turnover on downs. So let's make sure that we are leaning on that run game, although it's kind of petering out for us right now. Kind of play do I drum? Well, screen pass, of course. Nothing. So I need to have a new approach. I'm going to try the sweep next time. These 3 and outs are not helping us at all. That was a nice little run for them. Can we be aggressive with the nickel package? I think so. Okay, that's a big throw for them. Man. Colorwood almost gets to the quarterback, though. Could try that again. All right, I guess I'm going to stop doing that. The pressure is not working. Let's try blitzing. Stop the run. Dime man. Yes, please. What did you throw to? A bubble? We'll go nickel blitz. What about 2 linebackers? Okay. No pressure too. What did you throw? Oh, you ran. Huh. We'll cover 2 all the way here in the red zone. backs them up a yard. This cover 2 drop, because it has this player in contain, I think is actually pretty good against running. We also just have a heavier personnel running this formation. So in nickel, let's just try to defend over the middle. I think I want to blitz. I want to blitz, but I don't like any of these blitzes. I don't really know if I like any of these blitzes either. Maybe I do. Maybe I'm crazy. Can we get to them first? And this is 3rd and goal. I could be very conservative here and just nickel man on safety high. I don't know what the safety high is really defending though. Let's just do this. This is safe. Touchdown. Oh well. What coulda. Alright, so we'll try a sweep like I promised myself. That goes nowhere. Alright. Maybe some yardage with the outside run. That also goes nowhere. What are they doing? They're blitzing. They didn't even blitz the first play. How did that perform so poorly? How do we pick up this first down? I like this play. So does the game. Okay. Can we outside run? That's some sign of life. What about just a short pass? Just pick up something here. Okay. This play never fails me. Failed me. So we'll punt. These are some great punts. That's a positive. Listen, you're going to have to slowly creep your way down the field. That's what you want to do. We'll blitz. That was good. Should we just go like nickel man? Dig it. That stops them. Huge. So 3rd quarter, thanks to our clock management, but we do not actually have a lead. The outside run is dormant for us right now. What about a medium play action pass? There we go. Deep pass? There we go. Let's do another play action pass. Nothing. That's fine. If we do a draw, also nothing. What about just a short pass to pick up the first? Can we get that? We can get a touchdown actually. To Murphy. Interesting. These teams are blitzing, and I would not recommend it, considering I'm a short pass team. Okay, so that's probably the last time I call that play, even though I think it's actually pretty cool having this linebacker blitz. Who's on the coverage? Shaw. Our star depth safety. Some coverage over the middle here. Let's do this play. Nothing for them. Okay. Well, I'd say I feel pretty good about where we're at, and I do. Except for the fact that I don't know if we're going to be able to move this ball at all. So maybe just go for the short passes. Let's try this play. No. What about this one? Also no. Are we just dropping passes? I guess so. Julius Jacobs, did I say that correctly? Has 0 receptions, 0 yards? I feel like we've thrown him at least 3 times. Okay, so now the question becomes, can we stop them? I think we can. What do I do here? I think we just do zone. Maybe this contains cover 2 even. This is a little greedy. Let's try it. That stops them. That is a huge stop by the defense. Let's try the sweep again. Okay, that puts some life into the run game. That's huge. That's actually enormous. And that outside run came to life. Here we go. Listen, when we're driving like this, I feel good. When the run game is alive, I do feel good. That's a quick pass that completes. Hey, let's hit them with that play action pass too. Yeah, they just got hit by a play action pass. Who caught that? Pollard. Wasn't going to be Jacobs, that's for sure. 2 inside runs and they go absolutely nowhere, meaning that we need to now throw. That play worked once, did not work again. So we're only up by 10, but being up by 10 in the fourth quarter is kind of a lot, especially when I'm just chewing clock. Now we can just kind of man up and play cover 2 also. So that's what we'll do through and through. How'd they beat us here? Man, these post routes are deadly. Did he get any help? Not even any help with the safeties. I feel like these safeties just disappear on these plays. Whew. Okay. Well, I mean, listen, we're winning. We are winning right now. Maybe just one safety high. One safety high did not lead to better results. Let's go Bear. One safety high? Yeah, one safety high. I don't know what I was expecting. It is kind of silly how the goal line is just, can you win like that? What kind of play call do we do here? The sweep worked. Do we do a sweep? Sweep worked pretty well there. What about an outside run? Outside run is alive. Oh, it's over. Quarterback Neal for the finish, 34-31. We beat Michigan. Burke showing that the man can bleed. He's not flawless, although I don't think we really thought he was. Their quarterback did very well. Murphy ran the ball like hell. It's actually French who was still above 4 yards per carry, but I guess he was kind of part of the problem. So we need to retune, or maybe we need to be more adaptive during the game on who's getting the carries. Fisher once again appears to be the only receiver on my team. Sometimes Jacob catches the ball, but he does have a minor injury. Not really sure. I mean, this guy had 5 targets, Jacobs, and he caught the ball once for 13 yards. That being said, Fisher had 7 receptions for 13 targets. Oh, great. I remember the Brown sack. That was big, or something. I don't actually remember the Morrow interception. Oh, I do now, because Bennett intercepted our quarterback throwing to a receiver on an outside route. Baldwin 4 tackles for a loss. That's a lot. Really, our defensive line just stepped the fuck up. Look, Joshy, Baldwin, Brown. Good stuff. So we make the playoffs as the number 2 seed. I don't really know why we lost the seed, but I know that LSU, Shaw did get injured. We're going to start him, though. So we can look at the standings. LSU's number 1. We're both undefeated. Team to beat kind of deal. Opposing points per game. Yeah, I mean, it will be interesting to see who wins. Washington is back in it. So Notre Dame is in our conference. Tulane quietly, at the beginning of the season, I noticed this, had an 11-2 record. Now I don't know if Tulane is a good school or not. But I found that, well, I find them here a little shocking. The chance we could play against Michigan or Penn State. Really though, I think the Washington match or the LSU match is what I'm hoping for. Let's do some recruiting stuff here. Looks like we didn't actually get any talent in. We lost this tight end. We wanted this guy too, so I'll make a note. And what about this running back? I feel like we wanted this running back as well. No, I lied. All right, let's sort by potential. Favored in a lot here. Probably should throw this guy some money just in case. What about you, O lineman? Sure, we'll give you some money. Another running back, but that's just somewhat. I think we have a pretty big gain on him, on them. Okay, the chances of us catching up on this linebacker are very slim, but we're going for it. You'll like to see it. I think we're good here. We could. Now, what the hell are we going to go after if I swap these? This is Xander guy. Oh, yeah, we could throw some money. This guy will dance for some. Oh, never mind. We're 2,700 behind. I don't know. I don't think we could even make this guy take the bus to go dance for us. Awards. Here we go. Pedro Moro, Defensive Player of the Year, which is hilarious because last year we had a cornerback who wanted that and fell short. We are Big Ten Coach of the Year. Or I guess not we. Mark Guzman is. Mark Guzman, is this your first time getting Coach of the Year? I think it is. Despite 2 really good records. It's a little weird. On the committee. Jackson Murphy, who is a senior, did not realize that until just now, gets first team All-American. Brandon Fisher gets first team All-American. Julius Jacobs gets second team All-American. Deserved, I think. Well, I don't know why I said I think. Definitely deserved. Also, second team All-American return specialist. Okay. Yeah, I was going to mention that he was number 2 in top performers for special teams. Looks like he is not considered a great receiver, though. But Brandon Fisher definitely deserves first team All-American if not being called just the best receiver in the league. At least that's how I see him. Ian Howard gets first team All-American offensive lineman, and we get Luis Malone, third team All-American. Luis Malone with the chance to return next year. The only player so far. Our kicker, second team All-American kicker and punter. We did have, I think that's what he wanted. So he gets it. Like an All-American mention. And then Pedro Moro and Emmanuel Byrd, which is a little surprising. It's Emmanuel Byrd. They get first and second All-American cornerback. Some more mentions. Griffin French, who I don't think got mentioned at running back, gets first team All-American Big Ten. Julius Jacobs also gets second team All-American or All Big Ten wide receiver. Bunch of our linemen get All Big Ten mentions. Baldwin gets Big Ten defensive lineman. Funny not seeing Joshi. Kind of thought they were a pair. Ezra Hawthorne cements himself as the best safety on our team. And Byrd and Morrow, they're at 1-1 for cornerback. So our coach did get Big Ten Coach of the Year last year as well, only to lose the national championship. And then the year that he won the national championship, he doesn't get it. How cruel. A lot of commits came in. Let's check the health of what we need. So we need defensive linemen still. We need 2 more cornerbacks. We need another running back, and that's it. Everything else is luxury. So checking in at cornerback, we'll definitely get Brody Gadsden. And looks like we'll probably get Bryant Noel as well. So we're good there. And we have some needs at offensive lineman as well. But I think we're checked off there too. Maybe we'll just throw some money here to secure that. As these 2 teams have not actually given them offers. I don't really mind throwing $40K at a B overall player anyway. So I think aside from defensive linemen, we've addressed all of our needs headed into next season. The, what is it called? Not free agency, but essentially the equivalent has been pretty good to us. So picking up a defensive lineman should not be very difficult. We do grab a safety, and I do want to experiment with changing them to cornerback. Our first bowl game is Clemson. Next is, we can actually look at, I think, a playoff schedule. So we'll either face Louisville or Notre Dame. It'd be nice to play in Louisville since we've already played Notre Dame. Is that true? Is that true? No, we haven't. I'm getting confused with the years. Still, and I'm not even looking at the correct side. Actually, so there's a chance that we play Washington again, which is really what I want to happen. I want revenge. And Michigan plays against LSU. I think LSU will beat them. LSU probably plays against Notre Dame. So LSU versus Ohio State if we can beat Washington and Clemson. That's my guess. I don't know.